Welcome students. Today we are going to next chapter population in India. See introduction. India is a developing country. The rate of economic development of a country depends on its quantitative and qualitative growth, which can be measured in terms of population, national income, per capita income, etc. Population refers to the number of people living in an area at a given point of time. Population of India is measured once in every 10 years through a census survey. According to 2011 census, India's population was 121.02 crores. India ranks second in the world next to China. India has 17.5% of the world population, but it occupies only 2.4% of the world's land area. Population statistics are complete and published by the Office of the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India. So, students, we can see trends in population growth. India's population is very large in size. It is growing rapidly. Information regarding the size, structure, and other characteristics of India's population is obtained through census survey. So, we can see first marginal decline in population in year 1911 to 1921. There was marginal decline in population from 25.2 crores in 1911 to 25.1 crore in 1921. Thus, there was negative growth rate due to spread of epidemics such as influenza, cholera, plague, malaria, etc. Then second point is year of Great Divide. The decadal growth of population was negative during the period 1911 to 1921. After 1921, there was a continuous increases in population. Hence, the Census Commissioner of India had designated the year 1921 as the year of Great Divide. Third point, positive growth rate 1931 to 1941. India has recorded an annual growth rate around 1 to 1.3% during this period. Next point, increase in population 1951 onwards. Between 1951 to 1971, population increased from 36.1 crores to 54.8 crores. This shows that after independence there was tremendous rise in population. Next point, population explosion 1971 to 2001. During this period, India experienced population explosion because during these 3 decades annual population growth rate was more than 2%. And last one, slow down in population growth rate 2001 to 2011. There is an indication of slowdown in growth rate of population from 1.9% in 2001 to 1.4% in 2011. This shows that the average annual growth rate is a decline. So, students, we can see some theories. First theory, Malthusian's theory of population growth. Thomas Robert Malthus propounded this theory in his book An Essay on the Principle of Population in 1798 and modified some of its conclusions in the next edition in 1803. According to Malthus, population increases in geometric progression. That means 2, 4, 8, 16, etc. And food supply increases in arithmetic progression. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This creates imbalance between population and food supply. Malta stated that correction of the imbalance can be done by including preventive checks such as late marriage, moral restraint, etc. He also mentioned about positive or natural checks such as natural calamities. Natural checks operate and wash out the excess population and thus balance is maintained. However, preventive checks are more dependable out of the two. Second theory of demographic transition. The theory of demographic transition was given by A.J. Cole and E.M. Hoover in his book Population Growth and Economic Development in Low Income Countries in 1958. According to this theory, every country passes through three stages of demographic transition. This theory explains the transition from high to low birth rate and death rate. So, students, we can see stages. So, stages of demographic transition. The theory shows a three-stage relationship between economic development and population growth. According to this theory, as a country advances economically, its population passes through three stages as follow. First stage, that means low growth of population. It is a pre-industrialized and primitive stage. The birth rate and death rate both are very high. All underdeveloped countries have passed through these stages. Social and economic conditions such as mass illiteracy, superstition, mass poverty, orthodoxy, lack of medical facilities, spread of epidemics, etc., led to low growth of population. Before 1921, India was in the first stage of demographic transition. Then, second stage, high growth of population. Introduction of industrialization and beginning of the process of economic development is the indicator of the second stage. Due to economic development, death rate started falling rapidly, but the birth rate continues to remain high. This led to population explosion. All developing countries, include India, are in the second stage of demographic transition. India is on the verge of entering into the third stage. Then, third stage, low or stable population. Rapid industrialization and urbanization result in the spread of education and consequence about standard of living with economic development. Both birth rate as well as death rate tends to decline. All developed countries are in this stage. So, students, table is birth rate and death rate in India. Thank you, students.